Hi, my name is Morgan Sachs and I'm a health coach for people with autoimmune conditions, and I want to tell you a little bit about my experience with Rachel and posture therapy. So I hired Rachel about 2.5 months ago, and I'll give you a little backstory about why I hired her. So after I had healed from 2 different autoimmune conditions, I swore to myself I'm never going to take my body for granted. I became a personal trainer. I just was really into fitness and using my body. And after having my son, he's 4 now, after having my son, it took me a long time to get back into being active, and I noticed that things were different in my body. Like I was having knee pain, I felt like my hips were out of alignment, and then also just having that mom shoulder like this where you're like cradling a baby and just kind of always being having my shoulders roll forward. And so I was nervous to really get back into exercise because I thought if something's already kind of off, I'm just gonna make it worse by strengthening the muscles that are out of alignment. So my husband Adam actually had hired her first for low back pain, hip pain, all this stuff, and he saw amazing results with her, so I thought maybe I should try. And we actually were talking at our chiropractors, and I had shown her I also have knock knees that I've always had. My dad has knock knees, like everybody in his family has knock knees. And so I was like, well, can you do anything about this? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, really? So that really sparked my interest, because it's not a huge deal, but it's just something that I've always disliked about my body. And so I went ahead, I hired her, and the results have been so good. Not only physically, like my shoulders, you can see here, they're just normal. I'm already starting to notice a difference in my knees. I know it's going to be a longer journey, so it's just nice to have that continually going on. And then also I've really noticed is I've embodied a new body, and it's actually helping me in other areas too, like my confidence in my work, and then also in parenting, which is something that I didn't expect at all. I noticed that I'm able to set better boundaries and be a stronger, confident leader with my son. He's a great kid, and boundaries are my own thing that I always struggle with is I don't want to set a boundary and make him upset. But that's totally what he needs. He's a kid, he needs to know those limits, and so it's given me so much more confidence in being able to say no. And I think that's when we embody a new body, we can actually make new choices and have different experiences. So I'm just super thrilled. I'm so grateful, Rachel. And I'd want to say one thing for anybody who is maybe on the fence about working with Rachel. I think even just a couple sessions makes a huge difference, and having that individualized assessment as to what's going on in your body, and then what exercises are going to make a difference. It's just so worth it, and you can take away, I have tons of different exercises I know that I can do now, and anytime I can, do them, and I automatically feel a difference. My favorite are the arm circles. And so thank you so much, Rachel. I've really enjoyed our time together, and we're still working together twice a month, which is so nice. And yeah, so if you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me at, I'm on Instagram, essentially.morgan.healing. I'm happy to share more about my experience if you have any questions. So I hope you enjoy my testimonial, and I hope you work with Rachel. She's awesome.